with Bored at Work, and this here is the Microsoft Sculpt Ergonomic keyboard and mouse. I am a big fan of the ergonomic keyboards, or bent keyboards as some people call them. And you can see this is very clearly bent. This is the latest that Microsoft has to offer for ergonomics, and I'm going to come right out to the end here and just say that I love this thing. I don't ever want to give this up. If you tried to take it, I'd be very upset. So let me show you around here. This is a very comfortable. It's just slightly spongy, nice. It almost feels like suede, but you can tell it's not. You can tell that I spend quite a bit of time because I've only had it maybe a week, and I'm already wearing wrist marks into it. Let's take you to the other side here. So just like with the Surface and their magnetic power cord, Microsoft is starting to do everything magnetic. There's no, you'll notice there's no spring here, no clips. It is just magnets. Keyboard works off of just these two AA's. Not entirely sure what the keyboard, what the battery. These are AAA's. Sorry. Not entirely sure what the battery life is because I haven't run out yet. But it's been over a week, just barely over a week that I've been using it. Oh. And again with the magnets, you get the stand. Anybody who had Microsoft's previous ergonomic keyboard would remember the stand. But again, there's no plastic clips to snap or break. It's all just magnets. Pretty strong magnets too, which I'm kind of surprised about. I thought you weren't supposed to have those around a computer, but hey, who am I? So, move this stuff over for a second. One of the biggest complaints about ergonomic keyboards is sometimes that they're a little bit twisted, and you put some pressure here and that corner comes up and it kind of rattles around, but this thing is perfect. This is perfectly steady. I don't particularly like to have it up that high. The buttons are different in that they're much less like the keyboards of old with the half an inch of action in them. They're very shallow keys, much like a laptop. Not that big a deal really. I did find that I'm used to pushing further and harder, so when I start to type, I find myself kind of pounding on it, and I have to stop. It took about the whole week. I just started to realize that, I'm going a little more gently now. As far as the keyboard's concerned, that doesn't make a difference. It's just as far as my knuckles are concerned, they do tend to sort of ache a little bit if I've overdone it for too long. So one of the most obvious things is that the keyboard, the number pad is no longer attached to the keyboard. Not entirely sure why they did that. I think it may actually have to do with the fact that now it's completely symmetrical and much easier to keep from rocking. That's my guess. But unlike the other one, this is not held on by a battery. It's got a little bit of a screw there. A magnet. I'm sorry. The battery case is not kept on with a magnet, but you can use just the edge of the dongle here. Pop it out, and it's a big fat watch battery. I have no idea what kind of battery life that thing has. We shall see. So we'll put that back in there, a couple of turns, and you're fine. Sorry, I've got a cold, so I'm sniffing a bit, so please bear with me. This is probably the most obviously different aspect. Can't really think the word I'm looking for. Is the mouse. It's great and big. I feel like I'm holding a dinner roll or something, or a muffin. This took a little while to get used to. Now that I'm used to it, I don't ever want to go to a different mouse. It is just so comfortable. It's almost like like I got a hand on like a bed knob or something like that. But this one runs off of AA's, and again, this is the magnetic latch. They stick all of the pertinent information under there in case you want to read that. And if you're traveling, because you can, with it, you can take the dongle and jam it in the mouse, and cover it up, and you're good to go. This area here is designed for your thumb, but I don't find this to be all that natural. I end up kind of gripping the whole thing, which is fine, because right in there is a back button, and I'm kind of far away from it, but it's just right there if I need it. You've always got the Windows button right there under the finger. I tend to just hit it like that. The one thing I do find that I would like is if this rolly wheel were just, earthquake. Sorry about that. The one thing that I do complain about is that this is too high. I wish it were down here, because when I'm holding it, that's where my fingertip is. But not a deal breaker. Most comfortable mouse I've ever had. So as far as the cons, I will say that there is one, and I complained about this on another video. It's not necessarily keyboard specific, but it's more Windows 8. Now Windows 8 has all these functions up the top here. You see how the blue, and once upon a time, these keys were the function keys. It was F1 through F10, and each one did its own specific thing. Historically, F1 was help, F5 was refresh, F9 was send, and so on. Well, they seem, laptops I've noticed, and now keyboards, kind of flipped it. So I control my music here by default. That's what, that's what that does. So the blue is its own function. There is no function key to switch between the two, but they did put in an actual mechanical switch. So I can be, working away. I get a phone call. I need to pause my music. I hit that, and then I'm talking to the person for a while, and I say, all right, I'm going to send you an email. I type up the email in my web app or something, say, and he says, okay, that's great. I just responded. I want to refresh my screen. I go to hit that, and I forget that my switch is in the wrong place, and it searches Windows. So then I come over here, oh yeah, I'll change that over there, and all right, there's my refresh. A little bit frustrating, but again, really not a deal breaker. It's a solid piece. It's, there's no flex, there's no rattle. You can, grab both ends and you can get it to flex, but it doesn't want to. And it takes kind of a bit of force. Very solid piece, excellent thing. Costs you about, for this whole package, for all three of these pieces, it's about $130. Would I pay that out of my pocket? Probably not. I would try to see if I can justify expensing it from my work. It is an ergonomic thing. You got carpal tunnel, this thing is going to be a fantastic purchase. You can get it without the mouse, and depending on where you go, it's anywhere from about 60 to 80 bucks. That's, Amazon versus Newegg versus, Staples or something like that, Best Buy. So again, the Microsoft Sculpt keyboard and mouse set, 130 bucks. Fantastic product. I love it. I'll never give it up. Don't even ask me. So this is Matt, again, with Bored at Work. Enjoy your entertainment.